Hello everyone. Today, our group will guide you through chapter 4 and 5 of the Cybercrime Prevention Act, specifically focusing on how law enforcement handles computer data and where these cases are legally tried. Okay, so let's start with section 14, disclosure of computer data. Under this rule, once law enforcement authorities secure a valid court warrant, they can order any person or service provider to disclose subscriber information, traffic data, or relevant data under their control. The provider has exactly 72 hours from receiving the order to comply and submit the data for the investigation.
Moving on to section 15 about the search, seizure, and examination of computer data. When a proper search warrant is issued, law enforcement has specific powers. They are authorized to secure the computer system, make and keep copies of the data, maintain its integrity, conduct professional forensic analysis, and and completely remove or block access to data if necessary. They have a maximum of 30 days from the court's approval to finish examining the data and make a official return to the court. Once examined, Section 16 about custody of computer data takes over. All gathered data must be deposited with the court in a sealed package within 48 hours. After the examination period expires, it must include an affidavit showing times, dates, and certification that no unauthorized copies were made. Now, let's look at what happens when a data is no longer needed. Section 17 states that once the preservation and examination periods expire, authorities and service providers must immediately and completely destroy the computer data. But what if authorities gather data illegally? That's where Section 18 about the exclusionary rule protects the citizens. Any evidence obtained without a valid warrant or beyond what the warrant allows is strictly inadmissible. It cannot be used in any court or tribunal proceeding. Additionally, under Section 19, if data is clearly found to violate this act, the Department of Justice or DOJ has the power to issue an order restricting or blocking access to that specific computer data.
Segment 4: Penalties and Jurisdiction. Speaker 4: What happens if someone refuses to follow these law enforcement orders? Section 20: Non-compliance states that failure to comply will be pushed under Presidential Decree Number 1829. This means the violator faces prison correctional in its maximum period, or a fine of 100,000 pesos, or both, for every counts of non-compliance. Speaker 4: Finally, Chapter 5, Section 21 talk about jurisdiction. The Regional Trial Court has jurisdiction over these offenses. It does not matter if the offender is a Filipino national abroad, as long as the elements were committed within the Philippine use computer system located here. or cause damage to a person in the country, or court have power. The law also mandates designated special cybercrime courts handled by specially trained judges. Speaker 4. That concludes our presentation on the procedural and jurisdiction rules of the Cybercrime Prevention Act.
Thank you for listening.